Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. I'm going to be pulling out a face shave this morning. I've got work in about 45 minutes, so I want to get through this one reasonably quickly. And I'm going to be dedicating this video to Stallion. Now, I've spoke about this soap before in terms of the one that I've got. I do not like this new label. I think the old label was much better. I didn't actually own one, but I preferred the sort of vibrant pinks and blues on it. Now the scent, I've heard this is a really strong scented Razor Rock soap. It's stronger than any one that I've smelled, but I would still only put it around about a 3.5, 4 out of the tub. That is an oud scented sort of cologne. It's a very nice scent, and I picked it up mainly because I keep seeing a lot of people use it, but the other reason is that Razor Rock soaps reacted with my skin quite badly in the beginning, so I want to see if anything has changed since then. Now, the Stallion is primarily a straight razor user who dabbles in double-edged razors every now and then. He swears a lot, he says it as it is, he gets a lot of grief off people from other straight razor communities. He basically, if you're looking for a straight razor, I've never used a straight razor, I've never owned one before, but from what I hear and what I see, he's the sort of man that you would go to. He does cheap razors that are honed up to pretty much, or as close to perfection for his style. Straight in with the wolf whiskers purple haze today. Does a lot of shave videos from all over the place when he's out in the garden, down at the beach or on holiday, which I like. I haven't done any outdoor shaving yet, but I always take my shaving stuff with me on holiday. It doesn't matter where I am, if I'm needing a shave, my shaving gear is with me. This is quite a foamy start to it. Now this is a very, very hard soap. Still borderline a croap, but it's a very hard croap, should I say. It's not so much a hard soap like a triple milled, it's more of just a really dense, thick, hard croap. Right, I think it's starting to, you can just see the bubbles on the top, not bubbles, the lather on the top there is starting to thicken up now, which is good. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, he's a really down-to-earth guy, swears, he just does what he wants, which sort of, I mean, I sort of live similar. You gotta just take people as they are sometimes, and at least you get what you get with them, you get what you see. There's no bullshit with the guy. I don't know him personally, but his shaving channel's great, lots of good reviews. I was going to use my Morrison 400 today to go with it, but because it just mainly due to time constraints, I've went with the synthetic. It's, I don't even know if he owns a synthetic. But he certainly owns a lot of high-end badger brushes. I don't think I've seen him use a boar brush either. Right, let's paint this on. Yep, so far so good. I can't feel any sort of reaction on my skin so far, but I don't normally feel a reaction until I get to the second pass. Scent strength certainly opened up a bit. It's certainly up there around about, I would say maybe around about a 5, just. Yeah, I've never really been a fan of Razor Rock soap, so hopefully this one changes my mind a little bit. And it's mainly the reaction that I got and the lack of scent. This one has a very mild scent, or a medium sort of strength scent I would say when it's lathered. So straight off the bat, that part of it's better. The lather, the last time I used a Razor Rock soap, I would probably have had a natural hair brush as well, and I wasn't very good with it. Up until now I've never really owned the best of the best brushes. Tastes alright as well. Right, now to sort of stick with the Stallion theme, I'm going to go with my single edge gem razor, the bullet point. Mainly because from what I hear, this is quite close to the feeling of a straight razor. In terms of smoothness, buttery smooth, that's what I get from these. I'm not sure how many sheaths I've got on this blade. I stopped counting on this one. Right, let's see what the residual slickness is like. And as with all my dedication videos, I'll chuck a few photographs. Just up here, of the Stallion himself, Mr. Anthony Esposito. Well, residual slickness is actually reasonably good. Not as good as Barrister Man and things, but it's alright. I mean, I could shave with that. I could use that on my head. I'd be comfortable using that on my head, which says a lot for it. Right, let's just empty this sink out. And now comes the moment of truth. Will the soap react with my skin? And it would appear, so far, no, which is good. Look, at the end of the day, Razor Rock soaps, can't argue with the price of them. You can over here. I mean, these are quite expensive over here, I find. Once you add the shipping charges that come from the States and any import charges, then GST on top, they end up being quite an expensive acquisition over here. Right, across the grain. But over in the States, you're looking at sort of, I think that one's $8, $8 or $9, $8.99, I think. I feel like I'm getting a closer shave with this time than I did the last time. I've been struggling to get real close shaves with the single edge right under here. The residual slickness is building up, so it's a really nice soap. I was going to use a sample today, a Sterling sample or a Van Uele sample. They're quite big samples. I'm still tossing up whether to use them or not and how I'm going to go about it. Having watched Andy Northern Shaving use Nanny's Silly Soap sample, the scent was really weak and the performance wasn't great. Now, Andy reckons it was himself, but I'm still a firm believer that samples aren't great for, not all samples, so you'll get a sample that'll be spot on. I just think a lot of the time you struggle to get the best properties out of the soap. I think sometimes you lose a bit of the cushioning, or you lose the slickness, or you lose the scent. There's just never, you don't ever seem to get everything out of a sample, in my opinion, and it annoys me because I think I've tried soaps I'll give you a prime example. I've used Stash Soapworks soaps before. Excellent soaps, really slick, great scent. And then I used a sample of Stash Soapworks and there was no slickness. The scent wasn't great, it was alright. Certainly was nowhere near the quality of the full size soap that I had, nowhere near it. find if I pull my bump up my chin a bit with a single edge, it allows me to get a lot closer. Another thing with the Stallion, Anthony, is, do you know what? Post-shave feel on that is beautiful. Feels very, very moisturised, feels silky smooth. I'm actually quite impressed. I wasn't expecting that from Razor Rock, given the past history, or the history I've had with it. Right, I know it's a lot stronger than the oud scent in the soap. There's medicated. I'm not going for matching scents today. That's turned out to be an excellent shade. Really comfortable, really smooth. Soap performed really, really well. And the scent's nice. I love the scent of oud. It's a great scent. I generally, when I pick up incense sticks or anything like that, I generally go for something with oud in it. I just find it a very warming but sweet, and it's just a lovely scent. It's quite a well-rounded scent. As you can see, in terms of the lather that's left in the brush, there's not a lot in there, but you can still see all the lovely peaks in it, and it's a thick, not very airy at all, just hardly any bubbles in it, all it's very luxurious and creamy, which is what you want. Just give the brush a rinse out while this is drying in. And yeah, I was watching Andy over the Northern Shaver yesterday as well, and this about 2 minutes. If you've never watched him before, if you know what's going on between myself, Spencer and Kyle over in the US, when Spencer says Kyle, it sounds like Carl. So we've been calling Kyle Carl. Now Andy, I think's maybe missed some of the videos, or maybe doesn't watch Spencer, I'm not sure, or hasn't had time to watch Spencer, and maybe missed that part of his video where everyone was talking about it and didn't know whether it was actually Kyle or Carl. I thought it was Kyle, I was pretty sure it was Kyle, but I wasn't sure. Right, that was a lovely shade, I really enjoyed that, brilliant. Soap today was the Stallion from Razor Rock. Don't like the label, I think the label's pretty average. I know it's a flaming Stallion, flaming horse. I prefer, just from looking at pictures of it, the previous label. That just looks really boring to me. The Stallion's quite, the man himself is quite an up and at it, vibrant sort of bloke. That looks really boring, even though it's on fire. So that's just my opinion on it. It's just a label, I know. The label itself is off centre as well, which pisses me off a bit. It's further that way. But it's nice. Now the label on the bottom isn't waterproof, which I don't like. I think that's pretty average. But obviously they try to keep costs down at Razor Rock, so in that sense it's pretty good. Purple Haze Wolf Whiskers with fluting on the bottom. 25mm fan knot, just the regular fan. It's probably my favourite knot in the day, and I think, oh, it smells lovely now with the oud through it, really nice. Gem bullet point razor with sort of twist it open. Ted Pella blade in there. Excellent smooth shave. I've got no nicks, cuts or weepers or bumps, nothing at all, great. Finished off with Thayer's Medicated, which should be dry now, and it pretty much is. Excuse me. I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of Nivea Too Faced. Haven't used this for a while. This second bottle's lasted a lot longer than the first. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that Got a few mail calls on the way, and my Mougress brush is on its way to be re-knotted as well. Really looking forward to the stuff that's coming in. I've still got to use that brush from Greg Wagner. I still don't like the look of it. I had a look at it again yesterday, and even my wife thinks it looks horrible. It's just not a shaving brush, is it? It's a gear stick knob with a brush stuck on the end of it. The brush, the knot feels great. It would probably be nice in a nice handle, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a go anyway. If the knot's nice, it's nice. I'll probably piff it anyway. It won't stay in my day, and it's just not my sort of thing. Anyway guys, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.